Hey, what's going on, good people? This is a different video than what I usually post on for the production company. It's Men's Mental Health Month, and I feel like every time Men's Mental Health Month comes around and it's time to actually show love to the men struggling mentally and men who are trying to grow mentally, more and more men feel uncomfortable with sharing their stories because they're afraid of being seen as sensitive, soft, sissies. And as somebody who's gone through a lot mentally in his life, I wanted to share my story. Done a lot of thinking about it, and I feel like I can share my story. I should share my story, and in doing that, hopefully more men come forward sharing their stories, and as men we can all grow and understand that it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to be sad, it's okay to cry, it's okay to not be okay. Well, with me, I've always been a shy person. But after the pandemic happened in 2020, I gained social anxiety. And with me gaining social anxiety and going back to school, that first year and a half, I was kind of playing it down and was saying that I was just being sensitive, I was being soft and everything as a man. But after I did more research on it, and I started looking more and more into it, and I realized I had it. And it was to the point to where even when I was in class, I wouldn't even want to get up and go get a pencil because I felt like it was like a million eyes on me. I felt I was going to have an anxiety attack any second of the day. So that happened. And then I ended up coming to college my freshman year. Freshman year was the worst year of my life because with me having bad social anxiety and having anxiety attacks off the simplest interactions, I would just barricade myself in my room. So with that going on, I was spending 95% of my time by myself. And that's not good. You need some social interaction, but I felt like if I go out and interact with people, I freak out, I'm sweating, I have anxiety attacks, and those aren't fun to have. But on the other side, if I'm in my room by myself, I'm overthinking, I'm making all these scenarios in my head, and that's not good either. So I was damned either way. But with me being in my room all the time, I gained bad depression. And with me gaining bad depression, I started looking at myself differently, starting to discredit myself. Started to see myself as ugly. I started to see myself as, just in over my head. I felt like I didn't even belong in school in that Fort Valley at my college. And I got so sad and down in the dumps that I lost my will to live. And I started thinking about how I could commit suicide. I started thinking about it. And the thing that actually saved me was a video I saw of Pete Davidson, the comedian, where he said that he's depressed all the time. He thinks about suicide, but he doesn't have the balls to actually do it. And that he has family that needs him and loves him. And it wouldn't be right to take himself out. He'll be kind of, insensitive of him. It would be kind of inconsiderate of him to do that. And I was like, that's exactly how I feel. That's some real shit. So with that going on and me having anxiety attacks and me freaking out, I got in touch with my sister who was able to put me on with a therapist. And I was kind of like, therapy, I'm like, that's for crazy people. And that's one thing I learned, that you don't have to be going through a traumatic experience. You can just go to therapy if you have a lot on your plate, just to help them. They'll help you ease your mind. Therapy is not just for people who are mentally insane or anything. I started going to therapy, and it was a long process. I'm not going to straight up say, I went to therapy and that's how my problem was solved automatically. No. A lot of setbacks, a lot of challenging moments, but through therapy, I met a lot of great people. I met my mentor, who's like my big brother. I love the dude to death. I gained a lot of life lessons. I was able to become more open-minded. And as that happened, towards the end of the school year, I actually was able to meet a good amount of new friends. And as that happened, my friend group grew, and as years went by, I'm a senior now and have a good amount of friends, and I'm very happy. I still deal with social anxiety. I still deal with depression. I still deal with overthinking, but through talking to people, through going to therapy, through praying, through understanding that it's okay to not be okay, I've been able to grow and become the best version of myself. And I hope that men and women, even though it's not women's mental health month, I hope just everybody in general sees this video, understands that it's okay to not be okay, and that exploring your options on how to get better is okay. And I hope this video just helps everyone this month. And I just am praying that I'm able to touch someone and give them the encouragement to come out and make their own video and kind of start a movement to where we can just grow mentally instead of knocking each other down.